Oh, oops, that wasn't intended, but here I am. How are you doing? So, did you guys see the video from sleep, or the videos? Because I was worth 2 in a row. Have you seen them? Because I of course downloaded them, but I was so weirded out by it. We need a song about that. There's not. Oh yes, a song about the whole thing. Let me just change sides of my windows here. So, oops. I try to watch vlogs anymore. Oh yeah, just call me Abby. I understand, but I can't. That's literally what I do. But that was so weird. Especially Ugly German Truth. Absolutely. That's why I just downloaded them without. Oh, okay. I will make it a little bit louder. Is it better like this? I cannot go louder than this. I'm gonna teach us videos today. Oh. The whole situation was weird because yes, he's right, I poked him first. But I don't know if I'm scared. Was any one of you who is now on the stream, is anyone made comments on the videos he made about me? Because he claims he had to deactivate the comments because he was harassed by trolls. So was any one of you present there? Has anyone seen some of the comments? I didn't, but the videos were uploaded, I think 7 and 4 hours until I looked at them, because I was editing the video you just saw, so I didn't have any time. But I really don't know what to say because it's ridiculous. But he claims at least that other people were responsible for it, but I think he got a few comments and then just didn't want to bother with him. And he knows I'm more stubborn than him. That's no secret at all. But he harasses other people on a daily basis. He's such an asshole. And now he's bitching out. He even blocked me. So, because of course I was commenting on his community tab and said, oh, weeping warrior again, why you deactivated the comments. And I had some problems reading stuff, and then I looked at his community tab with my private profile, and my comment wasn't there. So he actually blocked me after uploading the videos before I even responded. Am I that scary? I think we broke him. His comment was so, oh, people are so bad, and I never thought all of the Globers were liars, and it's so disappointing. He's actually crying. And I didn't even respond, so thanks to the people. I don't know what to say anymore. Okay, Dora. I hope that's a compliment. I don't know. I don't consider myself scary, so that makes Sleeping Warrior even more of a bitch. I really cannot understand. He does YouTube for years now, right? No one wants to talk to him. I mean, he has his new account, his new channel, and no one subscribed to it. No one cares for him, not even the flat earther side. I've seen comments because technically I wanted last week a debate with Dell, but I felt so shitty. I had words help me. I didn't have any painkillers anymore, and I take opiates, and when you don't have them, you feel like shit. I literally had withdrawal symptoms, so I just wasn't able to. And now they say if someone don't stick up to the conversations or debates, that they're pulling a Jesse, which is fine to me. And the funny thing is, because he deactivated the comments on the videos about me, people tell him that he is a Jesse. So he gets insulted with the stuff, the pulling a Jesse thing. And I think it's hilarious to think about that it's coming full circle at the end. And I've actually seen a few flat earthers making comments saying, hey, why you're bitching out of it? Why you trashing her and not give her a chance to even respond to it? And he hates it. And I love it. It's so weird to think about that I am, I don't know, important enough to make 2 fucking videos, and I doubt he got actually harassed. I think he got a little bit laughed at and he got critique. But when you're such a big narcissist, it's actually a problem for him. Oh, hi Global Mom. People like Riley don't like it when they get what they give. Absolutely. That's just completely the case. And he's a special one in that case. Because other YouTubers for the last years made video on video on video about him. Everyone made fun of him at some point. What did happen that I was at least the catalyst of him shutting down the comments? Because he announced that he will deactivate the comments on most videos for now. And what was the problem? What was that? Oh, sure, I can show you the videos if you want to see them. We can watch the first video, then talk about it, and then the second video and talk about it if you're interested. What you say? Gary, I don't know, is it Gary Io or Gary Lowe? Either way, I don't waste time on him. I just make content out of it. Isn't that what debunkers do? As long as it's not really bothering me and really getting to me, I will call him out. At some point I will ignore him, of course, but at the moment I think it would be a missed chance to not make content out of it. Okay, then let me just see if I manage to. So, this strip of paper is a straight line. It doesn't look like it, but it's theoretically a straight line on a curved surface. You can see it here. I have another strip. This side is completely straight, this side not, but whatever. And when you put it in any kind of way, when you put it like this, it would be kind of straight. If we put it like this, let me now just pop it on. Theoretically, on a 2D surface like this is a straight line. This is a geodesic. But in our 3D world, we can see that there are curves and bumps. But in the 2D world, this would be a straight line, both of them. And that is...
Let's apply what Jessie thinks. Jessie thinks that theoretically speaking, a roller coaster can be perceived as a straight line in a two-dimensional space. Well, as we know, roller coasters are three-dimensional, and if you were to correctly describe a two-dimensional roller coaster, the only part of the roller coaster that is two-dimensional is the flat part where you get on, because the rest of it's got twists and lumps and bumps and loop-de-loops and all that kind of stuff. So none of it is two-dimensional apart from the flat bit where you get on at the beginning. Jessie thinks that this straight line perception, theoretically only, can somehow make a curved line straight. You can't have a curved straight line. In a three-dimensional world, a straight line is a straight line, a curved line is a curved line, and even if you draw it orthographically, it still supports the assertion that straight is straight and curved is curved. Don't be like Jessie.
Yeah, that was his big video on me, where he actually said in a comment from, I think Joe was it, that he just ripped my arguments, which he didn't. I never said that something like a roller coaster would be a straight line. But a straight line on a curved surface looks like it's curved and not straight. But it's no surprise that he doesn't understand what a geodesic is. And the screenshot he made of me with the eyes rolled back, it just looks like this e-girl thing they do when they roll the eyes back. I don't know, I've just seen memes about it. He really thinks that he ripped me apart. He just doesn't know what a geodesics is. That's it. It's so funny. And yes, they even spelled my name wrong. But everyone of them does it. It's actually sad and pathetic that he thought that was such a great thing. Probably that's why he did another video. Just stupid. He isn't ready for preschool. He needs to go back into the womb. Yeah. Oh, ugly German truth. That's a great comment. He isn't ready for preschool. He needs to go back into the womb to be completely bred for one before coming out again. Something it's not correctly matured in his head. Absolutely. I look like a zombie. Why? I'm just not as bitched up. That's why what I call doing my makeup. Normally that is my, I don't want to look as dead as I am. That's why I have to do my eye makeup at least, and that's just my bare, almost translucent skin. Sleepy, can I get a single sentence straight? Tusk. Would you have the ability to talk to animals, but only if your feet were made of concrete and you could only walk 20 steps a day? I probably wouldn't. I'm afraid what animals would tell me, because they're asshole animals I absolutely don't want to talk with. He naturally chooses a bad picture because that's what he has to do every time. Of course. But I mean, I'm not allowed to say very much because I tweaked the thumbnails also a little bit. But that's a little the least bothersome. The worst on the whole thing was, I think, the captions of the videos, or the info box, where he was like something along the lines that my delusion and the way I am, it fits into the picture of a mental disorder. Because as you guys know, I have borderline personality disorder and depressions. I think it's not a bad thing. I don't have a problem when he tries to weaponize it, because that's, if he really just wants to hurt me and I know that, then it doesn't bother me at all. It just makes him look more pathetic than he is, or more pathetic than we at least thought of him. He's probably more pathetic than any one of us can imagine, but I don't know. Oh, really, the snark? No, I have depressions even when the weather's perfect. I read one time such a beautiful definition or explanation for what depression is. It was from a neuroscientist, and he said depression is when you cannot appreciate a sunset anymore. And I think it's so simple but so perfect. I really like that definition. I like your eye makeup today. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm not that bitched up all the time, but I like to do my makeup, and when I make videos I can do makeup that I wouldn't do when I have to go out in public, and I really enjoy it. But at times I just don't care. I just don't want to be in that much makeup because it feels weird on the skin after a few hours. So thank you that you like my face even without the fakery on it. Task, if your knowledge could save the world, I think it means world, but once you had done it, that you had to live the rest of your life as an octopus, would you do it? Yes, I would. Absolutely, I would. Dora, I cannot appreciate sunrises. Absolutely, can relate 100%. Riley is scared of smart, full stop. Thank you for indirectly calling me smart. But yes, he's just afraid of people, I think. That's basically it. No one wants to talk to him anymore because every time he gets so weird, and I think we had so many discussions beforehand with Sleeping Warrior, not just me, but everyone else, and he always tried to go over the fact that people ask for equations and calculations. And now that me and so many other people said, no, you cannot do this. The things you said, you have to divide this with that and multiply by, and just do it, you figure it out. Doesn't cut it. And so he tries to discredit mathematics as a whole because he knows no one wants to let him go away to say, yeah, you can do it, but no. And it doesn't work like he imagined. He imagined that people would say, okay, I want to have a discussion or debate with you. You don't want to talk about mathematics, then we don't. Or, okay, it's not necessary to have an equation for relative density. But it is. And that's why he's alone. That's why he has just 200 subscribers, because no one cares for him, even the flat earthers. Come on. Even Dell has more. Let me just catch up a little. I missed a few things. My daughter struggles with depression and anxiety. Oh, I'm sorry, Matt. Greetings to her, and I hope she feels better soon. You make Riley hurt, so you make him smart, but not intelligent smart, only butthurt smart. Oh, yes. But he is so butthurt that even the flat earthers say, hey, that's bitch mode. And he is in bitch mode. He blocked me. And I didn't even respond. That if he really got harassed to say, okay, I deactivate comments, fine. But he blocked me because he knows I won't take any shit of him. Hey, Reggie called the unhollowed night. Absolutely. He can point to things. Absolutely. Credit where credit is due. And I have to say, I let Dell hang. That was my fault. But we didn't pick a time yet, so he didn't text me anything anymore. Or so I was like, okay, well, fuck it. Because I was really miserable. That's unfair. He has bought 200 subscribers a couple of times, but his channel was deleted and now he has no money for subs anymore. Absolutely. It's pathetic, as I said. That's the only thing that comes to mind when thinking about him. Leaky Warrior has his own special knowledge we just don't understand. Absolutely. I mean, he really thinks he is the only one with the definition of scientific method and scientific evidence. And when you confront him about what it is and how you interact with it, how you come to a conclusion with scientific method, he knows it doesn't happen in his case. And he has to tweak it to say, hey, look, that is science. Science says Earth is flat. But weirdly enough, all the scientists that studied science, that he screams for, they say Earth is a globe. Maybe there's something wrong. It's so stupid. How to make friends and influence people, ban them. Absolutely. You will do your time to make sure the playground are clean and safe for the kids are at school. Oh my god. So, you guys want to see the second video? Let me know. And I'm actually a little bit disappointed. There was no real try to, I don't know, convince me of anything. But he ripped me apart. He ripped me apart completely. Roll it. Yes, yes, yes. I'm sorry, Dora. Democracy has decided. So, should we do a little, I don't know, debunk, or so that I cannot pause it. So we just watch it completely and then we talk about it, right? Yes, his argument was no. Jesse should only collaborate with Reggie. Yeah, and yes, I still like eggs, but they have a bad aftertaste. The weird thing is, I cannot implement. Oh, maybe I can. I pull you to, yes, I can do it here. Okay, I just had an idea. I am, as you guys know, not really familiar with all of this here, but I will be learning. So I will switch now to the screen here, but I didn't have figured out how to pull in the camera and the other thing and blah blah blah. You will see what I mean, what I didn't get, but you can see me, you can see the video, the rest will be fine. So, debunk screen. Here, this, for example. Oops, not the chat. Window capture, display capture, this is what I need. Perfect. So, let's watch it. My ears hurt. So yeah, I can declare war. I think the war did happen without me. Just a little. I'm sorry, Mr. Sensible. The train station is in that direction. No, I'm joking. Hello, Mr. Sensible. Thank you for being here. So let's go. I had to get this off my chest. Even the thing he just had written on the screen, I never said geodesics bend. Geodesics are the bent version of another surface. So he actually, what? No sound? How? I'm sorry. Go again. I go again. I go again. Took a little while. I have no sound talking. Can you hear me now? Oops. No, oh my God. Can yeah, okay. Yeah, I have figured that out now, but oh, I have a suspicion. Damn it. So I think we have, when we want to watch the video on his channel, because I don't know how. Because when I play the video as a source in Streamlabs, I cannot pause it. Window capture doesn't work, or let me just think about it. Maybe this. So let me just try for a second. I think now it should work. You will hear a little bit, maybe in a second. Window capture only works if you have hardware access. Yes, but I have display capture. I have it open on my other monitor, and I hope it, yes, it works. Okay, perfect. Then we start again. I'm sorry.
But in junior schools, high schools, colleges and universities all across the world, they still teach children and young adults that gravity is a force of attraction between masses. Why? A lot of people have asked this question of why are they still teaching people that gravity is a force of attraction between masses, when that description was replaced by Einstein over 100 years ago.
That is a pretty easy question to answer. Because when I learned about Einstein's equations and theory of relativity, I had the same question. I asked my teachers, why do you teach us that when it's technically not true anymore? And the answer is easy. Try to explain to children how an object that has a mass can bend space and time. You know, it's such a hard concept to grasp, even for adults, even for many academics. It's such a weird concept. How on earth would you describe it to children? You wouldn't. But at least in the school I went to, the boo sounds are amazing. But just for clarification, when I switch it, I need to go to Katz's premiere in less than 2 minutes, but I'll definitely be back. If you want to, we can have a break. I will put in the break screen and we can go all watch the video from Katz and then come back. I'm totally fine with it because I want to see Katz's video too. WebArt, I show you. When I do this, when I put the webcam in front of this, then you have that. Because I have a wide angle, and when I put it there, I'm not in the frame, and I don't have... Yes, colon, that's the problem. Yeah, my keyboard is noisy. It's I put it a little bit up, but as I said, there's a problem with me figuring out how to crop it in this, and I didn't do it now. I will figure it out until next time, I promise. So should we go? I put in the cat stream and the break screen, and we go all and watch Katz's video. Alt key and put the side in. Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Cole. You saved my life. Almost. Oh, that's way better. Thank you so much. Okay, then I go on to standby screen and see you after his video. Bye bye. So we're back, everyone. What did you think about his video? I think it was amazing. I missed him so much. I mean, I've seen his videos. I binge watched them again. But it's just sad to not see him as often as I want to. But what did you say? I mean, I think it's cool that Renty and Katz are so cool with each other. But, oh, hi, Marcin. At some point, I will learn how to pronounce your name. I think Renty, what does Renty say about it? I think Renty will have to agree, technically. But he's actually kind of reasonable with most of the responses now, since he and Katz have this podcast together. They get along really, really well. And Katz is just an amazing person, let's be honest. I meet him every Friday, normally. Marcin. Okay, I will use one of those two. Yeah, but I learned German with him, or I help him with learning German, and he's just amazing. It's always so fun with him, and I don't know what to say more than Katz is amazing. He's the one that brought me into Flat Earth and conspiracy debunking and all of this. I watched him, I think, almost since he made his first video. And I miss him. I hope he will be back at least a little bit more frequent than the last month. Over the past year, and so I've been entertained and educated by Katz. Absolutely. Katz is amazing. I learned so much from him. That's why I started this channel, because I learned so much about conspiracies, the guys that share those conspiracy theories and how to debunk them, and about the science behind it by Katz. And I don't know some words in German because I never learned it in German. And yeah, we can all blame Katz. Katz is just amazing. So, hello, Zachariah Hooper. How are you doing? There's more than a problem. Hey, Danielle McClung. Does he still make a lot of agree to disagree videos? Sometimes you have to focus on one time eating activity and let go of the others for a while. He still makes some, but most of the time I think it's creaky. No, actually the last ones were with Katz. I have to catch up with the whole agree to disagree thing again. As I said, since Easter wasn't really good, so I just took a step back and wasn't really on debunking YouTube. I didn't watch any Flat Earth videos, I didn't watch debunks, I was just stepping back, feeling miserable, and actually, thanks to Sleeping Warrior, I have so much motivation. Technically, he helped me through some bad days. You probably hear it at some points. I stutter a little bit more than usual because I'm so tired. I just don't sleep well, and then I start to stutter and forget what I was saying right now. But I have the same problem in German today. I'm just tired as hell. Later tonight at, I think in 2 hours, I will be at Stupidity is Not a Right. So if you are interested and awake, please join. I will be in Team Ahoy Hoy. And I'm actually excited, and I'm so nervous, but I think it will be pretty cool. I'm excited that I am allowed to be there. Sorry, but I was late catching the sleepy premiere. Oh, hey Pearlfish, no worries. We just watched the first video he did on me, and I think we start soon with the second one. Yeah, sleepy is just I was like, it should be fun. Oh, that's amazing, Martin. I hope so. I really think it will be fun. It's always fun when they have the shows. It's a great idea, I think. And oh, hello, Steve the Cat Couch. I just got the notification that I got a new subscriber. Thank you so much. Hello, welcome to the. I still don't have a name for the subscriber base. Everyone has a name, and I don't want to steal the chatbot army. I want something special. Even though you are part of this chatbot army on this, the ISA chatbot army, but if you have, please use German to call Greg an idiot. I mean, idiot in German is idiot. But I probably will use here and there a German word just to spread a little confusion. Purple watermelons. What? Oh, I wanted to show you. I want to present my new logo. Are you interested? You can see it in pretty tiny on the screen. Just coming from Catz premiere, worth watching. Oh yes, the premiere. I was there too. We had a break on screen. What, Mr. 42? I didn't ignore you, but I just missed some. The last one was with Mr. 42. What? I don't know what you were referring to. Doesn't seem like a lot of... I don't know what you was referring to. At some point when I'm talking, I cannot talk and read at the same time, so I have to decide what I do. Creativity for calling Craig an idiot is encouraged. Okay, I will. I promise. If I have the courage to do this, because I'm scared that they won't like me or something like that. I'm always really anxious before stuff like this. So the last agree to disagree was with Catz, AB Signs, and Mr. 42. Yes, Mr. 42, you were there and you were great, but the question was about Catz. I just mentioned Catz. I'm sorry, so much sorry. But hey, do you want to see my new logo in full screen? Because I love it. It's so beautiful. Let me just look for it. Downloads. I'm used to broken English. My parents use it all the time. Okay, Mr. Android. Then it's fine. My English isn't that broken, but my brain is broken at the moment. So, yeah. Broken Jesse brain is most of the time pretty fun. So I have it on, and I think that should work with the debunk screen. Yes, I hope you can see it. I look badass, bitches. I'm so amazed. I will link the girl who drew this in the info box in the future. Hey Glober Mom. Yes, I know they asked me before, but I had no time. But it was so fun seeing you there. I rewatched it, of course, after, but they're so amazing, and I'm so excited. You cannot imagine. Right? It's awesome. It's so cool. She even put in my tattoos here on the arm. On the thumb is one, and one is in the. Here's an atom in the necklace. It's so cool. She has in my tunnels, and she added, of course, the hair. I think that's kind of a little bit of a branding now for me, but I think it's amazing. I never imagined it to be that cool when I told her about my idea. And the detail is great. I just told her I want some of my tattoos in because that's me. And my hair, of course, and I want to look badass. That was really word by word what I wanted. And she did it. And the atom here on the weapon is just awesome. No, Lubo in China, it's not an illuminate tattoo, but oh, I could act like it is. It's the from Harry Potter. Oh, I actually don't know how it's called in English, but the last two movies. She wrote with the nuclear mace here. Yeah, Jessie, YouTube warrior princess. Pretty cool, right? Wonder Woman vibes. I sent her a picture of Wonder Woman just for the pose, and I said I want to pose like this, not the whole this pose people always think of when you talk about my brain is so broken today. Oh my god. When you think about superheroes, there I got it. Oh my god. And no, it's not a Horcrux. Let me just Harry Potter movies. In German, it's Heiligtümer des Todes, but I doubt it would help all of you. It is the Deathly Hallows. It's the the three things. Again, I don't know the English word. The Elder Wand, is it, I think, called? The other thing and the other thing. As I said, I just watched the movies in German with my boyfriend, so the English parts are missing, but it's from there. Mentioned it definitely have Cloak, Stone, and Wand. Yes, thank you so much. It's the Cloak of Invisibility or something like this, right? Good choice. Yes, the purple. It's, as I said, kind of a brand thing for now. Dora, yes, you're right. With Harry Potter, it's actually okay. They just translated it, but sometimes it's so bad with the titles. I don't get why you would translate some titles from videos where there's just a short title. Oh, I'm just changing screens again. One camera set here. And at some points the dubs always, I don't know, I hate it. And I know why they cannot just translate the dubs in German from English, but because German sentences tend to be way longer than the English ones, and I have to change it so it fits the lips. But that's why I watch movies most of the time in English. But my boyfriend doesn't speak English and doesn't understand it very well, especially the different British accents. And Harry Potter is such a thing we watch every time one of us is really sick or in the Christmas holidays. We always watch Harry Potter every year. And we love it. And then, of course, we watch it in German, so... Okay, guess the original title. Voll auf die Nüsse. Oh, I know which movie it is, but I have no idea. I have actually no idea what part. The best German movie titles are when they go from English word to English word, like with the Jet Li movie, Crate to the Grave, that ended up called Born to Die. Yes, that is what I mean. They change the titles when Germans probably won't get a saying or something like that, or a wordplay. It's so stupid. Just put a subtitle. It's not a subtitle, but a smaller title to, I don't know, translate it to German. That would be fine, but why change the title? It's called like this. I also don't get why people change names in English or change names of cities in English. The city is called, for example, München. Why they call it Munich? Just learn the German word. I don't know. I really don't understand it. I mean, I understand why people do it, so it's more international. But yeah, guess the original title in Ein Zwilling kommt selten allein. It was something with comes always in two or something, or as I was it something like this. I know all the movies, but I don't know, again, the English ones. That's the problem when I watch interviews with actors. I at times have to Google which movie they're talking about, because in German there is always just the German title advertised. So I won't know how the movie is called until I Google it. And I won't Google every movie I watch to just think about it. Why do we even call it Germany? Yeah, why you call it Germany? It's Deutschland. I think the word Deutschland comes from, there was a, I think, Italian princess or something like this, and she used to mock the German people, and Germans just, I don't know, took it and made it their own again. I mean, Mr. 42, that doesn't count, because you can translate it into letters we can understand and we can read and still have it sound the same, you know. As I said, for example, Zürich, München, it's not, I think it's Zurich and Munich, but it's not called like this. No, Deutsch comes from the Frankic word. Theodisk? What? No, Deutsch wasn't the language. I just saw a documentary on it, because also the German language is also a made up language. At least the way we have the grammar and some words are basically made up. At some point when Martin Luther translated the Bible, people just agreed to okay, this is real German now. Because before, every region had their own language. But let me just check if I can find it with that's not what I wanted to do here. Oh God. Okay, there I find something completely different that that completely differs from what I said and what Ugly German Truth said. But I will check it for it, and then maybe we find out where the word actually comes from. Doesn't change that is the etymology of the word and the meaning of the name. Yeah, but of course it's actually possible. But the diet was used by an Italian king, queen, princess, or something to mock the Germans, and the Germans just took it. So then basically we are right both, which is very German, you have to say. No, we don't need a German debate. I think I just talked about how we took a word and made it our language and our title, and Ugly German Truth just talked about where the word itself came from. So technically we're both right. So in Goethe, I've always wanted to go to Deutschland. I have a friend from Poland who told me that I should go to Danzig. I never were there, but I heard many good things. Debatte bis zum Blut. Please don't. I'm a girl. Please don't hit me. I'm always scared. But at some point, I will do debates, but I'm not confident enough. At least not when I don't know what the exact topic will be. I'm always scared of not knowing the words, and when you are in a debate with a flat earther, you have to get it right, if possible, on the first try. But I have, when I'm anxious, always, I don't know, my brain just shuts off, so it's not that easy. But yeah, so what do you say? Should we watch the second video from Bleepy Warrior? You interested? You want to talk about it then? Gdansk indeed is beautiful. I never were there, so... Right, it is no longer German, right? But I'm so bad at geography. I just don't want to say anything about it. Regical the Unhallowed Night, just don't see it as a debate. It's not, it's just making fun of arrogant weirdos. Absolutely. That's, I think, the best way to put it. It's always, again, when I go on stream or on someone else's stream, I'm just nervous the first few minutes, and then I kind of calm down a little. I just need to adjust. Don't mention the war? What kind of war? As an idiot, what the debate topic will be. Why did I get a notification now? Wait, okay, let's watch. Then I absolutely will. Let me just start this. And I switched. Danzig was given to Poland after, well, Russian called East Poland. Ah, yeah, okay. From losing the German Empire. Yeah. Yes, the second video was about Einstein teaching children and all that stuff, which he doesn't understand at all of it, unsurprisingly. But let me just switch debunk screen. Yep. Okay, let's roll. Oops.
But in junior schools, high schools, colleges and universities all across the world, they still teach children and young adults that gravity is a force of attraction between masses. Why? A lot of people have asked this question of why are they still teaching people that gravity is a force of attraction between masses when that description was replaced by Einstein over 100 years ago.
That is a pretty easy question to answer. Because when I learned about Einstein's equations and theory of relativity, I had the same question. I asked my teachers, why do you teach us that? First of all, of course I learned about Einstein. I am Swabian. I think around 40 to 50, maybe a little more kilometers away from where I grew up. Where I grew up was where Einstein was born. So I basically had to. And I'm such a big fan. When I was, I think, 7 years old, I got a CD with a computer program where they simulated how the world would look in different velocities. And with almost the, oh god, brain. And when you have the relativity and the speed of light and stuff, it looks so cool. That's where I have my love for Albert Einstein from. And it's a me, Mario. Yes. Who is Jesse with EI? It's not me, apparently. I think it just used the wrong video, but who am I to know? I have to change the camera bit. Okay. What's better than 1? 2 on screen. Yeah, it's weird when I look at it. I don't know, it's kind of an uneasy feeling. And of course here the geodesic paths do not bend. Space-time bends. You don't understand space-time. I never said that geodesics bend, but geodesics are bend straight lines, of course, on a surface. And on the surface of space-time, they bend too. But a geodesic is also the big circles, I think are they called, on Earth. It's not only space-time. That's why my example was on a fucking bottle, because it has nothing to do necessarily with space-time. Geodesics can be everywhere. But a geodesic is simply the shortest path, whatever your geometry. Yes, and no, not no, but yes, most of the time. But it's great circles. Yes, thank you, Dora. Oh, I forgot the word. But yes, it's also a geodesic. He just doesn't understand anything, but oh my god. The lines are straight for them, just the space bends. Right. On the surface, you would see it as a straight line. As when we walk on Earth, hypothetically, walk completely all around it, it would seem to us like a straight line. Of course, when the surface would be completely flat, but not flat, Jesse. They will twist the words. But it's so hard to explain, especially as a German. It's not that easy to explain this thing, but I don't think I explained it in this video so bad that you couldn't understand. He didn't understand, but that's another reason. How could he understand non-Euclidean geometry? How could he understand point blank? I think that's the biggest thing. I will just go play.
It's technically not true anymore. And the answer is easy. Try to explain to children how an object that has a mass can bend space and time. You know? It's such a hard concept to grasp, even for adults, even for many, many academics.
He really thinks that the geodesic will stay flat when space bends, right? That's at least what I read or what I understand with the stuff he wrote there. Honestly, if understanding helped improve his points, he would understand. True, absolutely true. Yeah, the one with converting meters to kilometers. So funny. And that just shows how little they know, which is the problem of all evil in the world. It's how would you explain to kids, hey, when there is a massive object, space and time will bend. Space just time goes on slower when there is mass nearby. How would you explain that to kids? There are adults not understanding it because it is weird. How would you explain that to kids? And it's not that Newton was wrong, but that's of course what he's going for there.
It's such a weird concept. How on earth would you describe it to children? You wouldn't. But at least in the school I went to, they told us this is Newton's theory of relativity, but technically Einstein is more correct. They told us, but they said,
hey, for our context, those equations were perfectly fine. When you want to learn this, you can learn it after school.
That's basically it. Why would we tell children about this space-time bending weird thing that no one can grasp without years of training, when we could teach them the easy way that is also correct in our context?
Oh dear, Jessie. We're going to need an equivalence principle for you to understand how it's wrong to teach children false facts in the name of science or easy education just because it might be a little bit complicated. We all know and understand that cars are an everyday part of life. We all know and understand that for an accelerating mass to occur, there must be a force. And we can describe that with Newton's first and second laws of motion, and you know what? We can even calculate it. But no one disputes the difficulties and the complexities associated with explaining what it is that makes the engines inside the cars work. It isn't easy to explain to children of any age in high school that the basic components of an internal combustion engine require a crankshaft, a conrod, a piston, and that when the crankshaft spins round, it sucks and squashes air, and the valves at the top of the engine allow air in and then allow exhaust out. And that there's things called injectors that inject fuel into the combustion chamber. And if you mix these things all together in the right hodgepodge, you can create a suck, squash, bang, blow example, where you then get propulsion at the crankshaft, which you can then feed into a gearbox and then produce propulsion. Nobody disputes the difficulties in explaining that. I mean, identifying the names alone is difficult. You probably couldn't do it yourself. Perhaps you could, maybe.
I just have to. I'm sorry. Hi, FTFE. Thank you for being here. And as I said, people, I don't know if the link is there. If so, I will make you a mod. And I will share the link, of course. But yes, I told everyone I'm there. I'm so proud to be there. Thank you so much for inviting me. This video, I really don't understand why he uses an engine to compare it to theory of relativity. It just makes no sense. Or is it just me? Please, if you understand why he uses this example, it's so stupid. It's like saying, I don't know how you would explain. Thanks for lowering your standards enough. What? What are you talking about? Not at all. I'm just amazed that the people are supporting this and inviting me on their show, so thanks. Perfect. Well, Sleepy misses out the whole process of prospecting for oil, mining it, refining it to petrol. It's Sleeping Warrior. Yeah. I even think the IQ points of your left toenail are way higher. He is a bitch. And that is not to just insult him, it's just what he is. He made 2 videos about me responding to my video because he's so, I don't know what he is. And then he just deactivates all the comments, blocks me in addition before I even knew that he uploaded a video. How can he be so scared? After all these years, people made videos about him, called him out and troll comments and stuff, that he shuts everything off when I come into the picture. I mean, I feel powerful, don't get me wrong. I think it's pretty cool that I so scary to him that he has to deactivate and block me. That's actually ridiculous. I mean, I will make a condensed video on those 2 videos, but it's amazing. It's just amazing. Oh yeah, Jesus, a bitch. He has blocked me everywhere and won't unblock me until I stop lying about gravity. Yeah, maybe it's this. But how big of a bitch can you be when you won't even let people respond to anything? And I don't think of myself as so knowledgeable that it's, I don't know, necessary to block me or to deactivate comments. And I can't imagine people were this nasty and he got that much harassment that it was necessary to deactivate. He just probably couldn't handle a woman being more stubborn than him and talking shit. And I talked him into shit, let's be real. Or I would when he would let me, but... Okay guys, here's the link. I will just pin this, so you guys know later this evening I will be on FTFE's channel. I'm so glad this camera is so bad, so if not you would see me blushing, but it's great. Okay, bye FTFE, see you later, and thank you so much for popping into the stream. It actually means a lot to me. Tony ran away from me 3 times, twice at Jose's channel, once at Renty's. Oh really? That bad? Okay, bye Dora, thank you for being here. See ya soon. He will be, or he is one of those flat earthers who once were someone in the FE community, but now he's fallen from grace. He gets called out even by his people. I've seen a comment from, I don't remember the name because he deleted it again. A flat earther said, hey, your experiment, the last one he did, is okay, I guess, but why do you compare it to the Cavendish experiment when you didn't do a Cavendish experiment? And he deleted it because even the flat earthers say if you want to debunk it, you have to do it right. Who do they respect in their community? I think some of them respect some of them, but everyone hates everyone most of the time. But Sleeping Warrior had at some point, I don't, he had people believing him, he had people supporting him. And when you look at his subscriber count, and of course I'm not the person to say, oh look how few people he has, not at all, but when you think of when big channels get deleted, they have in no time 1,000 people again there because people like you, and when you have a new channel they will subscribe. But not in his case because no one cares for him. Look at Nathan Thompson. He had a following, but now no one cares. And that's the same with him. That's the same with Oakley. I think no one really cares more about him. Let's what should...
Will impress us. But all the engines require a delicate balance of the right amount of air, the right amount of fuel, the right amount of compression, and the right amount of explosion for them to run properly. Now, you can do it badly, and you can do it properly, and you could go into explaining all this, and that's what technical college is for, or perhaps engineering college, or whatever equivalent that you want to talk about in your environment. But let there be no doubt, the internal combustion engine and how it works is too complicated for children in primary school and probably in secondary school too. So what should we do instead, Jesse? Shall we tell them a completely false narrative because it's convenient? I know, let's tell them that there are little green men under the bonnet, and those little green men are all harnessed in and they create the propulsion by running, and we've got to feed them on little green men food and give them water, little green men water every now and again, because if we don't, they'll run out of food or water and they'll die. It's completely and utterly false, isn't it? But it would
But Newton wasn't false. Why? I know it has to fit his narrative, but he really thinks Newton was wrong, Einstein is right. But also, Einstein is wrong because it can't be. Why does he have this seriousness in, I have to debunk Newton? You know what I mean? Because it's not actually for many conspiracy theorists who don't believe in a globe. They say, okay, Newton had this idea, Einstein had this maybe better idea, but both of them are wrong because flat. He really tries to defend Einstein at some points and then says, see, Einstein must have been right, flat. It's stupid, just stupid. False equivalent, absolutely. Ullman, I 100% disagree. Newton wasn't wrong, his theory was incomplete, and Einstein's theory was more complete, but also incomplete. Because it's just a human-made idea of a concept that is so huge. Stupid. They're just stupid. Yeah, let's watch the last 2 minutes.
Where the force comes from, and children could imagine that, and it would make sense to them because they're at that age where they believe any bullshit that you tell them. Or alternatively, we could say to them that the internal combustion engine requires a certain amount of knowledge and understanding. It's a little bit too complex for you at this age, but if you accept that there needs to be a force there to propel the vehicle and understand that there's an engine under there, if you want to learn more about the engine, in this case gravity, you can go on and learn about it. But the fundamental difference between gravity and the internal combustion engine is that the internal combustion engine is not contentious. People understand it, and even if you don't understand it, it's not a contentious fact to learn it. The same can't be said for gravity though, can it? Let's go back to the issue. Should children be taught that gravity is a force when it's equivalently the same as saying little green men are underneath the bonnet? Or should they be told that it's a very contentious matter, and we believe that we're teaching you the correct stuff, but it is contentious, there is an argument over it, and if you want to learn more, go into the real world and learn about it. But for the purposes of passing your exams, we're going to teach you the model that we want you to understand. But it doesn't make it true. It's just to pass your exams. That's what children should be taught. They should be told that there is an alternative explanation that is contentious, that isn't agreed upon by all of science, and even if they don't accept it, at least they are aware that there is a contentious issue and that they can learn more, and it doesn't stop in just that classroom learning about Newton. That's what should happen in the classroom. We should all have been told. We should not all have been told that little green men run underneath the bonnets of cars, and that's the force. Because I got to 36 when I realised that cars were not propelled by little green men under the bonnet, and that's the same as finding out that gravity's not a force at the age of 36, Jesse. I was deceived. So were you, and so was everybody else. Why?
How can you be so stupid and wrong? Let me just switch the screen. There it is. Problem is he knows he's deluded, which is way worse. Absolutely. Yes, he was 36. I mean, the little green man thing I will for sure use because it's amazing. He knows deluded, which is way worse. The thing is, he uses the fact, all while knowing he is wrong, that Newton is better, that Einstein is better than Newton. And he uses that to, I don't know, say, oh, lying to children is stupid. No one lies to them. When you're a child, no one tells you the full story. Or you would know, when you come out of the womb, you would know that all your family will die at some point. But that's a topic you learn when you're older. And that is how it works, even with science. It's not that they lie, it's not that teachers teach them wrong things. They just say, hey, there's another part of it, learn it later in life. The scorpion that lives under your tongue, yes or no? Be the greatest singer and storyteller. Is it a poisonous scorpion or just there? But it would be the same answer. No, I wouldn't. Ugh. Actually have to gag thinking about it. Sweet salty Christ, if he just learned engines at 36, I bet I knew more about flight in elementary school than he does now. Absolutely. But I maybe will terrorize my kids with those green men engines. Oh, Sleeping Warrior, I am so going to take the pee out of him now. Of course. 36. And knowing about gravity, as he claims he knew about gravity in globe Earth, he was such a scientist, empiricist, and natural science guy. Yeah. The problem is, he really believes that. He really thinks, I knew, but they have deceived me. I know now better. When you really understand physics and gravity and all of physics, basically, you wouldn't end up where he is. Alone, stupid, and dumb. Jessie's German. If anything lives under her tongue, it's obviously all 5 scorpions singing Wind of Change. Oh, I love that comment. That is perfect. From Jay Birds. Hi, I don't think I read your name before. Hi. There are a number of YouTube shows that explain physics, increasing levels of education from how it explains. Yes, I've seen it from Wired, is it, I think. I love those videos. I think the scientist, she was astrophysicist, she explained gravity to children and then to another PhD person. It was so interesting to how to tackle them, to tackle those different levels, because I have people in my life, they know about gravity, they know about the globe and science and physics, but they don't have much of knowledge on the details, which is totally fine. And a few years ago, when I tried to explain to them what the theory of relativity is, both special and general, they had problems understanding, of course. How could you just easily go, oh yeah, space and time bend? But I learned from those videos how to explain it to people that don't have the knowledge, because I have the problem that when I talk about physics or science, something I love, I forget that other people may not know what I know or not know what I think. And I really have that problem when telling stories or explaining something. You could prove to every flat earther, interesting, once and for all that we live on a globe, but you had to do it by talking like a mouse and hopping up and down. Just while proving it to them or explaining it to them, or my whole life afterwards. Because when it's just a certain time frame, I would do it. Absolutely, I would. Let me just... What is happening here? Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, now I'm back. Looking forward to the video. I was wired, and the name you think of it was, yeah, Levin. Just search the video. Perfect, thank you. I would have actually did it also after the stream, because I won't stream for more than 10 minutes now, because as you guys know, as you see the link in the pinned comment, I will be later at FTFE's channel, and I have to calm down a little bit and, I don't know, get my shit together before I'm there. I had a stressful day. I didn't sleep much, but it was all worth it. Totally. Just explaining, but might take a while. Years probably. Would I be a mouse from talking to the first flat earther to the last? Or just while I talk to them, and when I don't talk to them, I would be me again, because I still would do it. It's at 10 German time, so the next full hour. Yeah. It's at 10? Oh god, then I have to stop now. I thought it was 8. Oh yeah, 10. But I have to close it up now. I thought it was 11. 8:30 would be 10:30 me. I thought it was 11. Right? Give me just a second. Oh, damn it. It's at 10. I have to close. I really thought I had an hour left. Thank you for reminding me. Oh my God. Oh, the whole daylight savings and time zones, it's just getting to me. But I have to hang up on you now, because yeah, I really thought, but let me just GMT. It's weird, because it's 2 hours, right? Yeah, I've seen it that it says 10 o'clock, but the email I got, they said we call. What? Google says GMT right now is 1911. What's wrong with Google? Then, guys, help me. Yeah, but I have to hang up. We are now 2 hours from London UTC. Yes, I know, and they told me at 8. But yeah, the GMT thing. But as I said, I'm sorry. I have to end this now, because I have to call them in 15 minutes to do the sound check and stuff. Yeah, but why +1? It tells me on Google +2. But either way, no worries. I still have time in UK, but we are on British summer time. I believe you that you know what time it is. As I said, I googled it and it's just weird. Everything perfect if you start at 20. Yes, we start at 20 GM. Well, I think we start at 8:30. They said we call at 8:30. So I don't know. But I have to stop the stream. Yes, we should all use UDC or just stick to where we are and take the later the different numbers, but that's a whole different topic. I have to stop now. Thank you guys so much for being here. It was amazing, even though my brain today is worse than usual. Next time I will be on top, of course. And in 15 minutes, that's why I try to end the stream. Thank you guys so much for being here, for watching, for supporting, and I will see you in 45 minutes on FTFE's channel. Bye everyone. Thank you so much. Where's my here. Bye.
Yeah.